Welcome to Have I Got News For You? I'm Moira Stewart. Ian's team tonight is a comedian who presents BBC 4's Late Edition, a topical talk show which takes an entertaining look back at the week's news. Wonder where he got that idea from. Please welcome Marcus Brigstocke. And with Paul Merton tonight is an Australian comedian who says he's a celebrity in the city of Perth, adding, but in Perth, even newsreaders count as celebrities, so guess who's not going to win tonight? Please welcome Jeffries. What's the purpose of Blair's trip?
Oh, he's doing a piece for American Men's Vogue.
You're very good.
You made that sound very...
You went a bit dreamy.
But he is so good.
Did you get taken off the news for being lecherous?
Amongst other things. How many photographers from Vogue?
2.
Yeah, to get both sides. Yeah.
Both faces, presumably.
Turning to the other Prime Minister we appear to have at the moment, in what way was Gordon Brown's appearance near Bolton a surprise this week?
Was this the school children who inadvertently made a picture of his face out of some rubbish?
Children at an arts event were asked to recreate this Lowry painting by laying out rubbish, and the picture that emerged looked like this. Gordon's
Look, as a foreigner, I don't get it. You didn't vote Gordon Brown in. Why do we all want to have him come in? I don't get it.
That's not the sort of question, as an Australian, that you can just turn up here and start asking us on television. It's not the point, and anyway, no.
If you don't elect him... No.
It's Tony Blair's long goodbye, which is taking him on a tour of Africa. Blair's decision to take a team of photographers and journalists from a fashion magazine has been vilified by the opposition, especially this man. During Blair's visit to South Africa, Nelson Mandela came out of retirement to wish him well. And while he was at it, he gave him a few tips on how to survive in prison. Paul and Jim.
This is the Zimmers, isn't
Yes,
it?
the Zimmers. Old people singing.
In Abbey Road.
Mick Jagger.
Their big hit's going to be My Generation for this. It's a band of 80-year-olds. If I want to see a whole lot of old people singing My Generation, I'll just watch The Who.
Would you like to hear a bit of...
Yes, please.
People try to put us down. Talking about my generation. Just because we get around. Talking about my generation. Things they do look awful. Talking about my generation. Talking about my generation. My generation.
Do you happen to know the name of the lead singer?
Is it Alf? Because I saw a thing that said, Alf, I want your babies. Is it Alf?
Yes, indeed. Do you know how old he is?
80.
Alf?
81.
87.
Higher.
89.
Dead.
Alf is actually 90.
Is he?
Yeah.
Ooh, well done.
What did Alf, the lead singer, say just before recording
Where
My
am
Generation?
I? I'm hungry. Why is it so cold?
I think he said I've never done this before or
Yay. Light classics is what he prefers.
something. Light classics.
Who has been invited to join the Zimmers?
Ming Campbell.
According to the Telegraph, during the recording of My Generation... I've got the wrong card.
Did they ask you to join the band?
That's a cruel, cruel jibe.
You wouldn't remember anyway.
On the subject of music, what was going on in a field near Loughborough this week?
Old aid. Hearing aid.
The tribute band's answer to Glastonbury. Thousands of people attended a music festival called Glaston Budget. Do you know where the idea of the fake band comes from?
People wanting to sing like another band. But it's a pretty simple concept, really.
There's a group called Bjorn Again that first started up in Australia. They were an ABBA tribute group.
ABBA's very popular in Australia.
Yeah.
They had #1s there before they did over here.
It's a 12-hour difference.
This is the sensational rise of the Zimmers, an old boy and girl band with a collective age of 3,000. The gigs always start the same way. As the music strikes up, the lead singer walks to the front of the stage, then can't remember what he went there for. Staying with pop music, a promoter has set up a rival to Glastonbury called Glaston Budget. It features tribute bands which include the top Beatles tribute band, or as they're usually known, Oasis. And so to round 2, the picture spin quiz. Gentlemen, fingers on buzzers.
The first dice used in Monopoly were incredibly heavy.
I think that's meant to be the 2 princes who were killed in the tower.
Oh, lovely hair.
Oh, I quite fancied them. I thought they were 2 chicks.
Well, Australia goes AC. Someone's got a theory that they weren't murdered by Richard III, and that the descendant of one of them is alive and well.
Gentlemen.
This is a cow that produces low-fat milk. It's skimmed within the cow itself. I've no idea who's doing the skimming or how, but there's some device within this cow that they've called Marge. In fact, sprayed it on for clarity. She produces skimmed milk and butter that is immediately spreadable.
Isn't all butter immediately spreadable? Isn't it once
No.
we put it in the fridge that it gets more, troublesome?
Oh, I see. Yes, all right. Yeah.
Like I'm thinking straight out of the cow, that's at its optimum spreading.
I don't think butter comes straight out of a cow.
You have to...
So, you've got one's milk, one's butter, a bit of cheese, perhaps,
You have to...
and a little bit of chocolate, if you like chocolate on the top of the...
If your cows aren't that advanced, so be it. All right?
And the other animals in the news this week...
1, 2.
Yeah.
But who was to blame, did they say?
Did they blame Shilpa for being Asian?
She was quite blatant about it.
She was. People always forget that. She walked in that house all Asian.
Made no attempt to disguise it.
No, exactly.
Come over here, star in our Bollywood movies.
Exactly.
Get bullied on our telly.
Yeah.
Has anyone been watching this new Big Brother? They've got an old bird from the Women's Institute and some... I wasn't looking at you. I like you.
I'm not too crazy about you.
You're a goer, aren't you?
You ain't never gonna know. They've all censored something, apart from Tinky Winky, who may not be allowed on Polish television because he's thought to be gay. Of course, there's a simple way to convince the Poles that Tinky Winky isn't gay. Tell them his bag's actually full of plumbing tools. And in Kensington, the words, "The master has just popped in for some fags," fall on deaf ears. Good night.